Hello YouTube, my name is Director Kim. Thanks very much for watching these videos. Today we have very amazing tutorial. I'm going to explain how to do qualifications, especially to the AB footage. You know, we have a big problem about qualifications properly. A lot of people, they experience a problem when they do qualify, especially when they just copy and paste their color from this footage to another footage. Maybe this footage worked right, but another footage they see it's kind of, you know, or maybe into this picture the still image is working nice, but whenever they just do the movements, when it does a movement, they have a bit of problems with qualifications. And another problem that they experience is just, you know, we've got some of you know, period, I used to call it period, but it's a line that's appeared to the picture according to your qualifier, the way it's qualified. Especially when people they do skin tones, when they do skin tone and separate from skin tone with the background, they've got some of a problem, also some of annoying things that happen. Is it because we have a 8-bit footage? It has a less of color, so the picker can never find some colors, which is very complicating, especially when it's come to the period. It's just very interrupting color that it can never pick it perfectly. So today I'm going to show you how to get perfect qualification, perfect picking without getting any of that problems. If you explain there about another problem, maybe it says another problem that I don't know, but most of the problem that I explain is that one that I told you. This is for qualified users, and let me tell you one thing. Some people, they just experience whenever they just do color grading and then they want to exporting lots. Some people that want to export lights. To export lights, you just come over here and click generate 3D lights. If you're a light user or you want to do your color, then you want to use in another programs, maybe Premiere Pro, so that you do your color and then you go there and, you know, import your videos, so that's your color appear. So whenever you do qualify, that's qualifications process that you done is going to be missing. So please make sure you are not qualify your image then you're exporting color. Just make your nodes and color grade with other tools without to do qualifications. If you do qualifications, it's we're never going to work. So I think you understand what I'm talking about. So let me jump to my video and explain it how to do perfectly. Okay, I found this way which is very helpful about qualifications in skin tones, any of qualifications that you want, especially to the AB footage. It's going to work so nicely and perfect if you just do it in right way. So why does this happening when you do qualifications? Is it because when you do qualifications, you have to qualify something, maybe a greenish stuff, maybe these grasses, maybe brush, maybe reddish, or maybe skin tone. Most of those color, it's interacting with other color according to the light. The light, it gives the changes of a color. Example, when you look at your greenish right here, we have a lot of green, and also we have some of you know, a bit of a greenish, which is it's kind of warm green, which is give us a little bit of a yellowish. So as you can see, proper right into here to the, where separated are just done. This is where we found unwanted stuff that we always see when we do qualify. So please make sure you just do perfectly. So how to do it perfectly without, running your image right into here. So I'm going to explain it. I think we have these three different notes, which is barrier for qualify. I'm going to qualify my greenish, I'm going to qualify my skin tone, and also I'm going to qualify my reddish, and I'm going to explain it how to do it perfectly. So let me jump into my video and see what we can do. I just did my color correction, just fast correction, which I think I explained to my last tutorial how to do color correction. So right here we're going to qualify our skin tone. Boom. One thing that I like doing in this way, first we just did a color space management, which is color space which is give us a huge room for doing our grade. This is why whenever I qualify, I'm getting a big room to qualify. You see, I have everything. Do not worry about them. If I just do anything into my primaries or my twisting knobs, it's going to affect even these glasses. So I don't want these glasses. I just want only skin tone. I want to affect skin tone without affecting any others. When any others things that we see in our picture, and this is we've get this big room because it's kind of let me switch this. You see, it's flatly, so we don't have much details to our image because we are inside of a color space. If we outside and let me show you the difference. If we are outside of color space and then I'm qualified, the qualifier is going to explain only the skin tones, you see. But is it because we are inside of a color space? That's why we have a lot of stuff in here, even though I just select only skin parts. So do not confuse if you are a fan of color space users. So let me explain how we do it perfectly. All right, the first thing that I'm doing, the first thing that I always do is just I'm going to increase my saturations range all the way over, and also I'm going to increase my luminance range all the way over. This is what I'm going to do. This is going to give a more detail about those color that I need. And then I'm going to resize down my width. In my way, I'm not prefer doing width. Whenever I just do width, my transitions of those color from this color to another color, you see, it's going to work so weird. It's going to work so bad. So in my technique, I often resize down my width, and then I'm going to resize up my softy, which is giving me a very nice transit. You see, a very nice transit. And I'm going to bring it down until I get nice skin tone without affecting any others. You see, it's only affecting my skin tone and my reddish. Look at this stuff over here, which is very rarely. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to increase again until it's working perfectly. But I don't want those green. And whenever I'm going to twist those green, if I'm going to do, it's never going to affect it so much. Is it because we have very nice transit? Whenever I just do to my nodes, my knobs in here to my primary, it's going to affect this part a lot, but here it's going to affect just a tiny bit because it transit. So instead of doing with, please make sure you just soft it. It's going to work very nicely. So another thing that I do is I'm just denoising my image up to some point, so we just say it's working perfect. Why we just denoise it? We denoise it because when you leave it like that, it's going to have a little bit of those what we call it, it's those tiny dots that is going to appear to your grade, which is the color that you never selected, and the color that you selected is going to have a little bit of those dots. So we're going to clean our selection by denoise, and then bra radius, which is give a nice transit. So this is a tools that I'm often do when I just do qualifications. So, okay, all right, let me lead use. Make sure you don't do too much, because when you do too much, it's going to, over adjust it. So as you can see, we have a line that's it's selected, so I don't want those lines to be selected. I just want only stuff that I want to be selected. So I'm going to decrease my in ratio, which is going to bring it a little bit down, and adjust my transit with the denoise and the bra, which is increase. So it's because I just denoise it, the brush, it's increased, it's expanded. So I want to bring it, the way it was the time I was selecting right into here. This is a way of doing this qualify. Okay, we are not end up yet. Another thing that I'm just do is make sure you just reduce your intensity so that your effect will never affect too much. When you just do it too much, it's going to ruin your colors. This is why the greatest directors or colorists, they like 10-bit footage instead of 8-bit, because 8-bit footage has a lot of problem, especially for the qualify of a color. So right here, I think we qualify too much, and do not overdo. When you overdo something, maybe just like this, or you see, it's going to ruin your picture. So you just do it. Look at our picture. Look at the stuff right here to this chair. Watch it careful. You see the way it translates my picture. You see the way it translates my picture. It's just translate perfectly. This is where we get that period color, because this chair, it's bluish, it's reflected blue color because of this shirt. It's a reflected blue color, but also we have this sands down there, which is orange, and it's also reflecting of those the sun, the lights that's just busting over there. It's reflecting to a chair. So this chair has two different colors. As said, that's bluish and orange, but look at the transit the way it just did in here. The color never clipped. You see, we never clipped any color, even though we overdo our skin. So this is why I told you, you have to do very perfectly whenever you just do qualify. If you just do this technique, I promise you it's going to work so perfectly to your grade. Okay, let me just do it my skin. Let me just do it perfectly. I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to construct my skin. I'm going to bring again down, give some shadow. I'm going to gamma to give that, and also I'm going to desaturate, which is, I want it to look natural. You see, this is before. You see, this is before, and this is after. Look, we never affected our video too much. You see, let me gain down. I don't want this skin to be very brightly. All right, I think we just did wonderful. Okay, let me also work through my greenish. So let me just click my green and apply the same process that we just did it before. I'm going to do all the way over my green, all the way over width, and expand it. Okay, and then I'm just going to reduce my width. All right, as you can see, it's a bit affecting my skin, so I don't want that to be happen. So I'm going to reduce. You see, we have very nice selective of that's greenish. We're going to apply the same that we did before. Okay, so we're going to do as we just did it before. Right, something right there. Very nice selection. So I'm going to reduce my intensity. So what I want in my greenish, maybe I just want my green to be, what kind of green I want. Okay, let me try this. Let me try have that's called green. I'm going to take my offsets all the way down to have that goldish green. Make sure you just do it just tiny bit. And also I'm going to reduce I'm going to reduce brightness. And this is why I prefer just I'm kind of like doing all over for the luminance. So whenever I'm going to do to my highlights or my shadows or increase my saturations, it's going to work on every range. So that's I'm going to do. So look at our greenish, the way it's turned right now. It's just, it's just did the magic without doing those period stuff or those clipping stuff that we often see to so many directors or color that they just try to do qualifications by using what we call it, by using 8 bits footage. So, and also I just want to do my reddish, so I'm going to select my red. In red color you have to be very careful, because red color, it's interfering skin tone, because the skin tone has different color in it. It has gray, no, I mean it has a orange, it has a reddish, it has a yellowish, pinkish, just on a bit. So you have to be careful. This is why when I just click on my red, but we've got, that's orange stuff. So in my reddish, what I'm going to do, I'm going to also do this, but have a small softy, which is, it's going to work only to my ready without affecting my skin that too much. And I'm going to do the same process that we did before. All right, okay, all right, you see it's cleaned my qualifier, and I'm going to reduce my intensity as well, 0.5. That is half. It's give a period. It has half natural with the half affected selections. This is what it does. Okay, in my red, instead of doing those twisting, I'm going to twist by using my curves. So what I'm going to do here is just increase my reddish saturations, which I'm just increase all the way over, and decrease this is skin tone. Okay, I'm going to increase my reddish all the way over. You see before and you see after. And then I'm going to change my color, because it's affected with skin tone, so it has those very orangey stuff. So I'm going to remake it. Whenever I bring it down, it's going to change it to be yellowish up to orange. So I'm going to bring it up to bring those colors back, and then I'm going to increase my rumor. I'm going to increase my rumor because we just reduce my gamma and my lift to the skin. It's also affected, not too much, it just affected just a bit. So I want to bring that's my reddish back to the beauty. Look at our picture, look at our grade. You see the before and the after. It's just did the magic without messing around with my skin. This is why we call it the magic of DaVinci Resolve. Another thing that I'm often like to do when it's coming to my mix is to clean my color stuff, this and this. Let me just do a tiny grade to my look. I want this blue to be here, to have that nice orange tea. So something around here. It's a very nice orange and tea. So I'm going to explain this tutorial why I often do this Luma technique of mine. This is going to control my color everywhere. You see, This is the magic of color grading. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you've got something in my tutorial. Thanks very much for watching this video. This is Director Kim. I hope you've got something working nicely and better, especially when it comes to qualify. I know right now you're going to do a nice qualifications, but make sure you don't export your LATs while you do qualifications. So if you want to do qualify, um, if you want your LATs, please do not qualify your videos. Do another way. Maybe next time or next video, I'm going to explain how to do nice color grading without, especially for the skin tone, without doing qualifications. In another tutorial maybe I'm going to do so. Thanks very much for watching this video. This is Director Kim. I'm signing out. See you next time.